Hey, this is Trader Travis, author of the best-selling book, Options Trading Made Simple, and whose performance was profiled in the Investor's Business Daily because I competed in the U.S. Investing Championship. And as of today, I dressed up for the announcement. I am the winner of the 2019 U.S. Investing Championship. And now let me get serious, because anybody knows me, you've never seen me dressed up. Not that I have anything against wearing suits, but it's probably why I've never been interviewed on CNBC or news channels, because if it requires me to wear a suit, you're probably not interviewing me, because I don't own a suit, because Fat Boy here gained so much weight, I outgrew my suit, and that shirt you just saw me wear it, out of respect for my stepdad when he passed away. I realized I didn't have any dress clothes, I didn't have a suit, so I went to the store and I had to buy that shirt just for his funeral. Frankly, I'm just a t-shirts and jeans kind of guy. I like feeling comfortable and being comfortable. And in my lifestyle, I've developed a lifestyle where I don't need to wear a suit. I like to be comfortable, and I've never been comfortable in a suit. But again, I have nothing against wearing suits. But if you're looking for that kind of guy who's dressed up and looks professional, and yeah, I'm not your guy. But if you want to be mentored by a U.S. investing champion who can teach you how to make a lot of money and keep it, then I might be your guy. So what I'm going to do in today's video is talk about me winning the U.S. Investing Championship, and also use this as a year-end report for my performance in my model account I profile in the Success Academy, walking members through our 5-year retirement plan, showing them how my wife and I achieve financial freedom in 5 years or less. So first, what I want to do is talk about my performance in U.S. Investing Championship. I ended the year first in my division, Enhanced Growth, third overall if you consider the stock division. And this performance right here, I want to point out something that I know the skeptics and the naysayers are going to point out is that's not impressive. A simple buy and hold portfolio would have earned that in 2019, and you are correct. But what potentially is impressive is that I actually probably earned about 15% overall. However, anybody who follows me knows I spend about 10 to 20% of my money every year insuring my portfolio. Just like you pay for money to insure your car and your home and all that other stuff, right? I spend a lot of money insuring my portfolio so that I get the gain of buy and hold without the pain of buy and hold. So that always stifles my performance. And I would estimate maybe 1 to 3% of all investors in the world do what I do, because when I listen to most, they poo-poo on buying put options and things like that. And they talk about how you'll never out earn the cost and it drags down your returns. Yes, it's true. But I have just made a decision. I am okay with the lower returns because I sleep pretty well at night. And I love the peace of mind of put options. Puts equals peace of mind. So how did I win this competition? What strategy did I use? Same strategies as I talked about in another one of my training videos. Same strategies I use in the Success Academy to more than double my account. My investment return in 2019 for our 5-year retirement plan account was 100%. When you add in our personal contributions, the total account had 141% growth. Exact same strategies, but one account more than doubled and the other one was only 30%. Simple reason why. It's because I was being an idiot in the U.S. Investing Championship, risking too much, trying to, prove myself to people. I lost money. That humbled me. And I said, let me get back to how I teach members. Let me follow my proven blueprints. Then I spent the rest of the year following my proven blueprints, recoup what I lost, and ended the year up, the 31% you see here. And again, that still includes the money I spent buying insurance. So my actual performance without insurance would have been a little bit more, but that is okay. I still won. And I'm in it for 2020, right? And that's important for you, at least those who are interested in the Success Academy or already members, because in 2020, one of my systems I put in place, right? I did not like this. Wow, my model account following my rules doubled in price. I would have loved for the world to see the power of our blueprints we follow. And I said, okay, in order to have that accountability to make sure this doesn't happen, one account doubles in price, the public account doesn't double in price, is I was like, you know what? Now for 2020, this model account, the 5-year retirement plan, and I'll explain what the 5-year retirement plan is here in a second, is going to be the same account I'm going to manage for the U.S. Investing Championship for 2020. So Success Academy members, if I win this competition again this year, you will see exactly how I do it. You will see every single trade I make because now I have that accountability. Now I'm being more prudent. So for those who don't know, the 5-year retirement plan, this is version, I would say 3.0. The first version is where my wife and I, we got out of debt following Dave Ramsey, and I paired that up with my option trading skills. We had a high savings rate. We invested the money prudently. We were able to achieve financial freedom in about 5 years. That was pre-kids. 3 kids, marriage later. I had to get back to work to grow my account a little bit more. But I modeled that, again, for members between about 2011 and 2016-ish, but I wasn't intentional. I wasn't saying, oh, here's what I'm doing. They were just watching me trade my account. And then version 3.0, I was like, let me be intentional. So back in 2017, May 31st, halfway through the year, I had one of my bright ideas. I decided, hey, let me start a new case study and show them the 5-year retirement plan live. So I started with 10 grand. The goal is to grow it by 60% in each year. And if you do that consistently for 5 years, then that 10 grand will grow to 100 grand plus. And so here we are now on about year 3. This is what you're looking at is at the end of year 3-ish, because we're about a year ahead of time. So that 10 grand in just really 2.5, 3 years has grown to 60-something thousand, right? So it had a 519% increase thus far. For those who don't realize it, you can't invest your way to wealth, but you can save your way to wealth. Maybe in another training, I'll explain what that means. But that's why we have these contributions here. They're called God contributions, get out of debt contributions. I showed them that when my wife and I were getting out of debt, we took all the money we were saving after we paid off a debt. That money then could be added to my trading account, and then I can invest it prudently. And so, that helps out the growth in the account. And then when we get here to year 4, actually, you were just looking at last year's results. Here's year 4 already as of this recording. It's up 64,000. But you see right here, God contributions. At one point when we got out of debt, the only debt we had was a mortgage. So we lived off one person's income and completely saved the other person's income. So we were saving $1,000 a month. And that's what you will see here now in year 3/4 of this case study. The other additional money we had, so 1,000 went to investing, and then the additional money went to pay off the mortgage. And so within 5 years, and Dave Ramsey said it, I didn't believe it when he said it, but in 2 years we paid off all consumer debt. About 3 years after that, we paid off the mortgage. So in 5 years, we were completely debt-free and didn't owe anybody, right? And then when your investments are making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, you have no debt. Your electric bill's like $30 a month because we lived in like a 2-bedroom, 700 square foot home. Yeah, we were sitting pretty. So that's what the 5-year retirement plan is. And again, this year now, I'm going to use this account for the U.S. Investing Championship. So I'm just going to model that, keep with the case study, but my investment style will change up so that way I can have accountability, and hopefully this doesn't happen again where one account has 31% and the other has 100% growth. So before I let you go, I'm going to break down the performance here so you can see what was involved in this 100% investment return here. But I will say that it's pretty simple, right, to do that when the market relentlessly marches upward. Like, it's easy. Some of my critics said any monkey can make money when the market's going up. But what about when the market crashes? And which my reply is, yeah, when the market crashed in 2018, I still made money. It was more difficult. I felt like an imposter. I was failing and losing money on trades. But in the end, I eked out a gain. But it wasn't easy. But I still did okay in 2018. But 2019 was much easier because the market just relentlessly marched upward in any kind of, and that just helped my performance, right? So I have to get credit for the market. It's not all just me. So what I want to do now is I'll end this video with a breakdown of my performance. I have written down over here on the sheet. I'll put it up on the screen. So my total growth in that account, so total profit, let's scroll down here in Excel so you can see the total profit here, or the overall portfolio profit and loss for the year is I made $36,343.45. So of that $36,000, that is how I got this 141% growth. And here it is broken down. 11,000 of it was God contributions, get out of debt contributions, money I added to the account myself. Negative 6,000 of it was stock insurance. Remember, that account started at $25,000. So that represents about 23%. That $6,000 in stock insurance, the cost. That was the cost of my insurance for the year, right? That's how much money I lost on insurance. That represents about 23% of my starting balance. But I had more invested in insurance. That was what I got left over when I sold all my insurance. And so I had invested way more than that. I think around 11, 15,000, something like that. But in the end, I didn't need the insurance, and so I sold everything. And so my total cost for the year was about $6,000 insurance. So again, even though I made $34,000 in profit, if you back out, $36,000 in profit, if you add in the cost of my insurance, I would have made a whole lot more. But again, I don't kind of think about that because I'm like, that's just my investing style. I always will factor in my insurance. Anyway, moving on here. Negative 440 is an accounting adjustment. A few years back, I profiled me investing in a stock that was going down in price, showing members, how do you make money when a stock goes down in price and how you insure it. And for whatever reason, I didn't factor in the cost of my insurance. My insurance was pretty much free, but I left those out the calculations and the results of 2017, my first year results. So I added all those back into this year. And so again, look at that. Accounting adjustment that hurt me. It was a negative $440. I didn't, it wasn't an accounting adjustment that helped me. But anyway, I wanted to be accurate with my records. Next is $800 dividend. This is estimated because this virtual account, this is the only year of this case study that was a virtual paper trading account, and they did not report dividends. So it's an estimated 800 based on how much stock I own for the year. But again, as I mentioned earlier, now for the U.S. Investing Championship for year 3 and 4, this case study is moved back over to my real money account. And so it will be more accurate next year as far as how much I earn in dividends. Next, we have the cash flow strategy. Cash flow strategy is just an option selling strategy. And so the profit there was $16,859. Then we move on to the 3X growth strategy. That's where we buy options. I earned $6,351 profit on that one strategy. And again, this goes to show, which in another training I'll show how, people who say option buying doesn't work, that is to me a complete lie. And what they should be saying is, I just don't know how to buy options successfully. That would be more accurate. But to tell you that buying options doesn't work, complete lie in my experience, and I'll prove it in another video training. Lastly, we end with the Buffett strategy, which is another option selling strategy, and I earned $7,819. You see, look at the results there. We have 2 option selling strategies, 1 option buying strategy, and people say option selling is better than option buying. But I was like, well, no, the last 2 strategies, one was option buying, one was option selling, and the profit was almost the same. And so that's been my experience, is that neither one is better than the other. They both have their pros and cons, but instead of being an idiot and choosing one or the other, how about you choose both? And that, my dear friends, is the secret to how I can get this performance. I don't listen to the so-called other trading gurus. I do exactly the opposite of what they say. Instead of picking either option buying or option selling, I combine both in my portfolio as well as insurance. And that's how you get this stable, consistent performance. It's not about the particular strategy. It's about making good decisions with your money. So that's all I have for you. Actually, this year I have not much to say because, again, the market marched relentlessly upward. It's easy to make money in the market like that. And then when you pair up, you combine it, you diversify. This is my form of diversification. Instead of getting stocks and bonds and, international ETFs and all other stuff, well, I diversify with different strategies. And here are the results. 141% growth in my account for year 2 and 3 of my 5-year retirement plan case study. For those who are interested in seeing how this turns out, join the Success Academy. You can see me trade this in real and live time. If not, just go to my website, tradertravis.com, because I give the record of all of my trades here in an Excel on my website for free. And then you can just watch my income reports or my year-end recaps to see how we're doing. But you're seeing how we are doing after the fact. And it's better to see how we're doing in real time, and you only can get that in the Success Academy. You take care. I am honored you watch these videos, and I look forward to continuing to add value to your life in the weeks, in the years to come. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.